Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to the FTY Scrims. I am your host for tonight, Professor Tarzan. I'm sure you've seen me somewhere already around the FTY events and tournaments. Let's go through the teams we have for tonight. In slot 3, we have Mega Power. Slot 4, Mixed Squad. At 5th, Team 5, Ultra Force. Team 6 not in this one. Sunshine, Team 7. Team 8, we have LT. Team 9, Born to Destroy, BTD. Team 10, we have Innovation eSports. Team 11, WeStayTogheter. Team 12, we have HP, Hidden Power. Team 13, Fake Friends. Team 14, we have Spy Team. Team 15, Legends Ice, which is not in here. Team 16, we have Die in Vain, DIV. One sec, let me tweak the music a little bit. Team 17, we have Team Attila. So I'm just going to call them ATL. Yep, Yocto at 18th spot. 19, we have ARN, ArcanaFAMIGLIA. And last but not least, we have 7 in Team 20. 16 teams, one trio we saw earlier, which was Innovation. Playing path going from Milta Power towards Zaki. So the harder bits to reach will be the Southern Island for sure, as well as Quarry, Therapia Primos area. Stalbuk and Meshki, though, should be reachable with a little bit of a glide on the parachute, as well as some vehicle driving. Let's have a look at the team's drops. WeStayTogheter claiming Lepovka for themselves. In prison, we have a 2-on-1 split, actually. Shelter and Prison for Mega Power MP. In Milta, we have Fake and Yocto. DIV, Die in Vain. Over the west side of Farm, heading towards Pachinki, we have 7. In Rozok, Mixed Squad. In Yasnaya Poliana, we have Spy. And quite a few teams heading towards Georgiaport area. We have Sunshine, we have ARN as well as LT. Seems like they will be split over South and North Georgiaport. HP, Hidden Power. Going towards Gatka Fields, seem like, as we have the first circle popped, going over to the southeastern side of this first map. Yocto made that rotation early. They just want to go to Novo to loot, and a good amount of water, and the southern military base island is in play as well. So not a huge desync, or I should say, desync between the circle and the plane path. A lot of these teams would be in it already, except these teams around Ruins, Gatka, and Georgiaport area. So I'm just gonna bring my screen over. So Fake is in Milta, and teams are pretty much respecting each other's position. Sunshine and LT in South Georgiaport both taking the building side, so there could be a potential fight. Innovation in those compounds between Rozok and Yasnaya, mentioned from ATL. Still doing that 2-2 split for MP, so not a lot of exciting things for now. Like I said earlier, Yocto knows that no team's coming to this southern side, so they will just split loot military base and Novo. They will be pretty rich in resources. DIV, a good split on that western part of Farm, almost looking like that Nova XQF split. UF are rotating towards the bottom left of the map. Is all 4 of them. Maybe they're very used to Pori or even Primosk area, so going away from the circle just to get some uncontested loot. So that's the plan for them. Yet to have a knock anywhere in the map. So it's just gonna wait. I think this is the most informative, keeping my screen on the minimap so you all can have a look. Yeah. Okay, a bit of a Discord issue. Now fixed. Okay. How's everyone doing? Has any of you been watching the tournaments? And it was crazy yesterday. Hate Gaming took that win alongside those cash prizes. So yeah, that will be a Primosk phase 1. Slightly delayed looting phase for UF. Not a huge issue though. If I try to anticipate and predict where the next bit of action is for UF, the resistance may come from this western bridge when Yocto wants to cross. But I mean, like, the more center zone is easier to reach from the bridge on the right, the eastern bridge, so they may go for that one instead. But on the other side of that bridge, we have Born to Destroy. Yep, seems like these two teams in South Georgia Pool has been respecting each other. They definitely know there are parachutes nearby. Just avoiding the early action. There we go, finally someone's shooting, and that is going to be a clash between DIV and Mega Power. Mega Power has shown a lot of promise in the past. That is 3 knocks for them already, so quick, so methodological, so clean. And that will be it. That will be them just wiping DIV in a matter of, what, 30 seconds? So first team going down in tonight's Game 1. Will be DIV around this plateau to the north part of farm. Mega Power with a very, very quick squad wipe. And we'll control this watchtower. Common spot to hold. Good for phase 1 circle. Basically dead center there. I'm so glad that I found that little bit of action. But now I have to move on to the next one because there's another clash happening. This is close to Rozhok area. Mixed squad. Kale is not in here, but the squad comes in to support and will take that 1 kill happily. The rest of Innovation eSports. They started as a trio, now down to 2 players. And just rotating away, not trying to contest that any further. 7. As we saw in here in purple, Team 20. Still in Pachinki. And LT, after looting up South Georgia Pool, more the western side of South Georgia Pool and hospital area, now coming in that linear car formation. Rip leading the way. Lafonso, Fontaine, Hamo, seen these lads before. And they will come in to this coastal area from the western side of the circle. The middle bits are getting more and more populated. Yocto is still looting the southern island. Born to Destroy gave up that spot to that give them an upper hand if they want to bridge camp. I'm sure they will come back in around that though. MP, we saw them earlier with that win, controlling one of the most popular spots in that center circle. WeStayTogheter is also having a spot to themselves with these compounds that we always see, spotting some movements of Mega Power, I believe. And Milta, further down, we have Fake as well as ATL. HP has made their way in as well, having a compound. Are they all clumped in that one building? Here's my question. Well, it's going to change now as they make that rotation. 1-3 split, 2 cars They could have taken more, I feel like, as they proceed to challenge a more center spot over farm. Mixed squad has some knocks coming through. Let's bring ourselves over to there. There's them coming in. The drawn out fight between themselves and Innovation. Innovation lost 1-2. Mixed squad earlier already, and now they will be found by the full squad. A knock already came through. It's just Cage alone against 4 as he pulls out the Scar L. Knock 1, knock 2. That is some brilliant work, but that was not enough as they went down a 15th spot in Erangel. So there's a prolonged fight, and of course there's only a trio for Innovation. But still, nonetheless, a very good fight, and just synergy, just pushed together, you know? Like, if they get knocked, even 2 got knocked, right, they can still have the third one to support, to trade, and that's 3 kills going over to Mixed Squad. Let's look at LT here. With their position to rotate in, this is the second circle, basically placing everything of the Southern Island out of play. I almost missed the circle pop there. So that is Yocto coming in on the bridge now. Born to Destroy didn't hold that one, so Yocto free entrance in the circle from the southern side. Shelter and prison area being the center of this current circle. LT trying to make a rotation in, will catch some rotating members from Sunshine as well. But a bit of an aggressive one, Fontaine, with the Micro Easy Mini 14 loadout. Not the easiest to spray players down from the car as they fall just one step behind Sunshine on that rotation. Another proximity coming in between teams, and that is Born to Destroy suffering right now against the control of Mega Power. One kill stolen by WeStayTogheter though on the other set of compounds to the south of Shelter. We know this quite well. But look at Sunshine rotating quite close to this. I thought Fella from Megapower might be able to find this, but they probably heard some gunshots as well. So just pulling away from that one. Born to Destroy having further troubles as they try to drift away, will only find themselves driving into the hands of another team. Is going to be a third party that they didn't expect. They just run into the fight between Fake and ATL over here to the north parts of Milter. Look at Fake having so much pressure upon themselves. John Wick gets revived by Fangler. The other two still need a pickup, but they have the rich line and had the distraction coming from Born to Destroy. Will give them a little bit of a breathing room. And with this rich line here as well, the reason why they can live and get that revive against ATL's pressure. And then Born to Destroy down to only 1 player. Look at this circle and distribution of team. None of them really on the top right half of the circle. All of them congested around Farm, Shelter, and Milter. Look at the beautiful return knock though. From ATL onto Fake. You just can't even peek that one. He's got a Kar 98 in hand and just got lasered down once again. Maybe sniper isn't the specialty of John Wick. And let's look at Mega Power, because they took this position pretty early with a plan in mind. That is them catching some other rotating members, and that is them heavily fragging onto 7. 7, 3 knock right now. Only Norpro trying to grab these revives, but there's grenades will rain in. As they flush one and naded another one. Just 1 player in that smoke trying to lift that, but that will be it. That will be 7 out at 14 position. The second squad wipe coming from MP after killing some other players as well. Apparently 9 kills right now, full squad. Nothing new. Rex and Fella. Bunch of lads I've casted quite a few times now. I'm waiting for a shift towards the top right of the map. But no, it will actually just center over shelter and prison once again. A lot of strong compounds to the north of shelter still, northwestern part of shelter, all open to be claimed. Prison very hard to play. Usually when you go there, you don't go inside unless you're solo, just betting for the zone to bless you so you can live longer. So you go through the list. We have Mega Power, of course, we saw 9 kills already, full squad up. Trio for Mix. UF, full squad still. Sunshine, same for LT. Born to Destroy down to 1. We stay together, full team up. HP lost Tommy. And the side of MP is still controlling this, just stopping Yocto's rotation. Look at this crazy congestions of teams on this western edge. And I think MP is an experienced team. I've seen them execute this type of positions very well before. Knowing when to send scouts, knowing when to split, so they find a good balance between fragging as well as rotation. You know, an easy one if you ask me. So we have Rip here trying to scout. He has been leading the way for LT for every rotation as he makes it to the shelter area, and we'll enter that. The rest of the team may not have such a smooth rotation as they drive around fountains, loops around the southern side. We'll see a good team there, and we'll just drive back to the Wizard Tower. Seems like it's a 1-3 split that they didn't plan, but there's still a lot of potential for them. John Wick gets knocked for the 3rd time, I believe, if not the 2nd. So these congestion on the southern side can cause a lot of damage to all these rotating teams on their gear, on their meds, everything. Banya is just trying to rotate in front of a building. That type of driving usually should be punished by a vehicle explosion, and therefore a death. But he will just live another day. I can't believe it. I think that is very bold driving. Driving as if that compound is not there. As they make it to center zone over at shelter. With the overground, underground sections all in play, they can maybe make this work. And that is Banya almost getting finished from the explosion of car. I believe those cheeky shots came from Rip of LT. Now a solo split from the trio of his team stuck on the southern side. HP made that one rotation from the bottom of Milton now on the eastern side. Not a lot of teams are on that eastern portions of the circle, but they have all found a spot. So we need to wait for the next phase. You know what? I think it will go over to Prison and Mansion. Crystal ball, come on. Here's my prediction, and I'm completely wrong. It went to the other side. Okay, so these two compounds are prime real estate right now. The one that UF is holding, I believe. Yeah, that one, and that new building over there. If we just watch across the ground of the beautiful Irango, that one right there. Look at me go. Can't believe it. We have games like these in mobile phones right now. Are you kidding me? So the teams around shelter will actually hold that. A lot of teams will try to contest and crash, and that will be a lot of crazy fight, and that is going to be one coming through already. That is Sunrise against Mega Power. Rex trying to frag out. He does the drop shot. Beautiful one with the barrel there. Takes another 2 kills. Logis is gone though, but that is the 11th kill of the game, and the rest of the support comes in now. The 3rd knock comes through from Fella. That is then flushed only down to 1 for Sunshine. Around this area, we still have in the underground Rip and the solo from Born to Destroy. And here we have WeStayTogheter sending it to the center zone, made it through those openings and entrances of shelter, now just in the open, not getting shot though. I am so surprised with that one. They didn't even attempt to grab the other compound. But the scout is now there. Given that information, they will rotate into that as Dodo got knocked, so WeStayTogheter will hold this compound as a trio. ATL has gotten a little bit of a shack, if you know the minimap well enough. That is that one there. And the rest of the team is now coming. Let's have a look at the HP, because of course they lost one player early, but they still do some decent work over this side. The liquid compound, as they call it in PUBG PC, as they win this fight over here. So basically 3 sets of hard covers, compounds like buildings. Otherwise it's just yeah, grass. No, I missed out the shelter bits. So underground shelter and above, all the landscapes around it. As we have fella here toying with his food a little bit as they take the 13th kill. And we have the Knicks circle all these teams, basically all of them. Okay, not except Yocto maybe will just get the edge from that entrance of shelter there. But other than that, all these teams stuck around here, including the people underground, will have to get out. The circle push these teams towards these 2 compounds now held by UF and WeStayTogheter. They should have an easy top 5 if they don't screw up, and a lot of fights which still be happening around here. And that is LT having some trouble using that little bit of the entrance there too. Peek and shoot now trying to revive Hamo. LT lost one player and is going to get very, very messy. There's only 30 seconds to go. These teams want to make that movement, and that is a knock onto Yocto by UF. They know all these teams on shelter, around shelter area, will need to leave, so they have placed all their focus into punishing everything they see that peeks out from this side. Theory from HP also doing some work. They found Fake. Fake wants to come into the circle pretty early and build out some soft covers using just these cars and trees, but it's a bit hard to play that one. Landscape-wise, just about okay. Hiding a little bit from the shelter parts, but other than that, pretty tricky as they feel the presence and pressure from HP. But now coming in to join this is LT. They have sent it the trio. Leaving one behind. Hamo is here to cause some trouble, and now he wants to reverse gatekeep Yocto. MP made it in here. Retty with the beautiful knock, but their vehicles are getting shot at from everywhere. Rex trying to do that by himself so he doesn't get punished from explosion damage. Look at all these shots going everywhere. ATL trying to get out of that side, trying to enter just using like the open field. HP needing to rotate, therefore they crash into WeStayTogheter. This compound right here, fights happening everywhere, whilst MP and Yocto still trying to kill each other before moving, because they all do need to come into this new circle. That means they will have quite some distance to cover pretty open spots as well. And look at LT there taking care of Fake, and that is Fake going down on that western side. HP will actually get the breathing room on this side. They just need to be worried and they're careful of ATL from this side, but ATL are more worried about UF from the building, and Yocto just having problems now. 7th they go over to Naruto, trying to out-heal some of these other players, and that will be a pretty wise plan. And when the teams have focus shifted to maybe the next rotation, etc., that's the time for Naruto to rotate further in. Mix is also sending it the side of... Oh, Mix... WeStayTogheter missed that little bit of window, but Mix has it. And that is MP down as well. So that is the power of the healing strat in this type of circle. Naruto outlived 2 to 3 teams just by doing that, as we have the next circle favoring UF once again. WeStayTogheter took one of the 2 very strong compounds in these later phases and will get them top 5, as I said. Now top 4. It's just a bit of a prediction. I don't know whether it would be accurate. So it's going to be a 4 versus 3 versus 3. Positional advantage going to UF, but their positions are quite predictable. With that edge of zone, we know they are just all pinched behind those crates. So with a very well set up smoke, etc., teams can actually make this count. If they have 1 or 2 more smokes across this road, they can come into it and nade this bunch of crates from within the smokes. But both WeStayTogheter and ATL will find this pretty hard because they have each other as well, so they can't just focus on UF, and that will be the worry right now. Really test the ability of the players as well as the decision making of the IGL. And that is ATL trying to live another day. Luke basically getting knocked to the zone already. Not sure whether they've allocated the meds to a player. Second one knocked, and that is ATL gone. Luckily, he went down to the zone, and that will be down to 2 teams. WeStayTogheter, use the smokes and the time to cross, and now prone in the smokes, but that will be a knock onto them. The full squad of UF are just raining in those utilities that they didn't need to use, provided with that compound. And this is the type of the zone that you will need to find a very good time to get those 3 kills. Because if I were WeStayTogheter, I may consider not giving that kill point away, as they try to make that revive, but I think that is Aragon gone. No, that is a heal. Sorry, I just misjudged that severely as they come in to challenge this in the open. 1 knock on each side. That is the second knock coming. They WeStayTogheter down to 1 guy, not even in the circle yet, but has a little bit of heal. That is a 40-second window, like I always say, within the smokes, but that would be the blue zone coming in, and that is UF taking the game, just like they should when the gods of PUBGs were on the side. Game 1 winner going to them as they take 7 kills, 5 kills in the 2nd position for WeStayTogheter, ATL 3rd position, 6 kills. Yocto, Naruto out-healed several teams as they took a 4th position and 3 kills. At 5th we have Mega Power with 14 kills. ARN, 0 kills at 6. Mixed Squad, 4 kills and 7th position. HP with 5 kills and 8th. LT, 5 kills, 9th position. At 10th we have Fake with 1 kill. Fake Friends is their name, and because just calling them Fake is a bit rude. BTD, Born to Destroy, 11th place, no kills. 1 kill for Sunshine at 12th position. 13th we have Spy Team with no kills. With 1 kill. 7 at 14th position and no kills. The trio from Innovation eSports, no kills at 15th position. Last but not least, we have DIV. DIV, Die in Vain, kinda speaks for themselves upon that push from Mega Power, but that will be the wrap for Game 1. I will see you all in Game 2. We have 4, okay, 3 to go, so stay around and have a short break, and I'll see you all in the desert. Hey, welcome back to Game 2 of tonight's FTY Scrims. A bit of endgame dictated quite a lot by the circle, eh? So 7's not playing this game, so we have, I believe, 15 full teams. So let's go through them once again. We have MP, Mixed Squad, UF, Sunshine, LT, Born to Destroy, rocking a trio this game. Maybe the last one's just stuck. I thought I saw 60 players in the lobby. And anyway, let's move on. We have Innovation, WeStayTogheter, HP, Fake Friends, Spy, DIV, ATL, Yocto, ARN. And that's it for this game. 14 full teams and plus one more trio, as we have this plane path on Miramar going from Campo Militar through the bottom of Los Leones. So very, very eastern plane path. Teams can just about squeeze it into San Martin and Picado, I think, but Power Grid is already a little bit far. So I think it would be the same for Chimacera. So if these teams like to play this compounds and areas on the western side of Miramar, they will need to know the vehicle spawns, grab them early, drive to there straight away. So we're just waiting on that phase 1 circle as we see these teams drop. Quite interesting. I don't see a lot of teams dropping Cruzavel. Cruzavel, yeah, probably, but Tor Armada, not quite a lot. As we see LT heading towards that side, maybe towards the road more than anything. And then we have Spy with a split between Cruzavel and Tor Armada. So let's see how this... is it solo or duo? Duo right here, the 2-2 split. The Cruzavel and Tor Armada split from Spy. With two of them just out. Of course, these two buildings, the 3-stack can be pretty rich. But the angles that the enemies can have on you, quite terrifying. So I think Mixed Squad will just need to loot this up quick and then come in to pinch these two players. If they are so close to each other, they should see those parachutes. As we saw the limits of parachuting range, look at all this line formed from Hacienda through the edge of San Martin down to Picado. Two teams in Impala, we have Born to Destroy there as well as ARN. HP lingering around Junkyard in El Arsa, we have Fake Friends. Mixed Squad, we saw them already, and LT probably just going around that main road, split drop a little bit, grab a car, then rotate in. Because we do see the circle, although looking like it's pretty center with a very eastern plane path, the left half of the circle, so the western half, still very, very empty. So El Pozo, very rich in loot, you can go to there, and but these teams may not want to because it's not quite center. The shift is not that crazy, so that will be them. Yeah, these teams not going too far because coming back to center from El Pozo and Crater Fields can be pretty hard, but there's a lot of mountains around there. Who knows where the next shift's gonna be? And that is Mixed Squad making it count. I did say they should have these players pinched. Didn't even require Unseen and the Wizzy there. Just Kale and Tuturutu trying to make this work. Just Kata with the SKS in hand trying to make this work. Kale pushing a little bit too much in the open, but Kata can't get that finish for now. Tuturutu is here to support. And that is him holding behind this crate. Wow, that nade can completely tear them down, but it's just a matter of a second before. Look at Kata just making it work. The 1v2, the rest of Mixed Squad is not here to support. a bit confident there, which is fine. You thought you could take a 2v1 no problem, but you really need to respect the other players as they knock down the third. That can be a squad wipe by Carter on his own. Wizzy is now coming in. The position is given away. Kale is still there. Actually, the first one getting knocked is now outliving the rest of the squad. They come in one by one is a very typical mistake as they face Carter with the Tommy gun as well. 50 bullets. If that's not enough to kill you, I don't know what. And that is him! Look at that clutch. That's Carter with the 1v4. But it's basically 4-1v1, right? It's not the usual 1v4. If it's a good 1v4, you push at the same time together with the formation. That is such a sad time for mixed squad. They really need to go back and shoot on that one, see how they took one kill though, but they shouldn't have pushed that way. It's a bit tough to watch, to be fair. And we have some more action in here. DIV alongside WeStayTogheter in Saint Martin. One of DIV is killed, but the return not come through from DIV. That is a spot support trying to drop down to revive. Weird almost took another knock for DIV there. ATL around power grid area. We'll keep the main screen on Saint Martin. Fight can break out any times. Mega power in Picardo, and Born to Destroy is finally fighting in Impala. Yocto very close to innovation around this southern edge. You know what? This is taking a bit long. I'm getting bored now, so let's head over to Born to Destroy as they lost Jerry early. Hippie and Sitak. Basically Sitak with the 1v3 now because the other player was knocked as well. It's just him trying to hip fire around that. There is one knock coming through, but what? That actually was enough. Just using that box there would buy him some more time, but that is the third one coming in to finish the business. That is Born to Destroy, taking one kill before going down to ARN. Come on. The game can let me tap properly, that would be great. Thought they might be fighting Innovation and Yocto here, but that is just Dory getting pushed out from the compound, maybe from split drops, and just holding there, waiting and waiting. Saint Martin can still be a very action-heavy spot right now, as two squads were still having that standoff. Just coming up with a word there. Although it's a 3v4, I think WeStayTogheter may not have as big as an upper hand as they think. I think the positions that they are holding, they can get backstabbed from the teams rotating from behind. There's also quite predictable as to where they can peek, like that one. That is weird with a good one to punish the off angle. And we have Velas here trying to stop people rotating out of this warehouse, so the exits of this can be all guarded. And that is, like we saw, a return kill onto WeStayTogheter by DIV, and it's going to be a 3v3. Dodo still trying to peek from the side that the teammate got killed though. Just need to be more careful this time. Fake is finally rotating out of El Asaha, and quite close to them we have HP. They are on the south part of El Asaha, maybe spotting some action there. Can shoot down some vehicles maybe? Let's have a look, shall we? They are just sending it into the city without scouting the surroundings. Are actually quite dangerous. And maybe Tommy has some eyes on the enemies. I think they do. They see the car right now, so that is the time to strike. HP needs to gather the power as they find those shots onto Fake. John Wick and his friends will hop out of that just one car that they tried to, two cars they tried to rotate in. So no, I think they were on one trying to pick up the second car, but they will be down to one car, and it's not going to be easy for them to grab this because HP spotted that, and they will try to pinch them now. Those type of information is very important. What I'm saying is the number of players they see in that car, so they know whether it's a split, etc. And if I were Fake, I really would watch my back as well, because if you only had eyes on two of the players, HP can for sure flank them from behind. Fury is in a good position to do that. John Wick's trying to move behind that broken wall, almost gets taken down there. As the rest of the team rotate along these buildings on the roadside, trying to challenge that. How is that not punished? Hunter is so bold with that peak. I can't imagine living that. Okay, and maybe we didn't have the most dangerous teams in tonight's lobby. If not, he would just get knocked by a nade right about now. Just from across the road, bam, pinpoint onto his head. Not scared though, they send the second one onto that roof. So, and Tommy will have the brilliant tap with the M16, knocking John Wick. They're not too far from the next circle is the good news there. Tommy gets return knocked by Fake. And then that is ARN with the suicide. Maybe some issues at home, you never know. People have a life and just want those resources going to the friend. But look at you, that's what I'm waiting for. A high ground upon high ground. Fury found the flank but was too greedy, did not find the other side of the dome, so he could have just prone and reset and then shoot again, but not quite there yet. But he has done some damage, and this is the time that HP might need to capitalize on it. But with two players knocked on each side, they would just take the time to reset. Look at the circle, putting out Pozzo, creative fields like Cobreria, all those out of it. Montenero's is out as well, so teams have to come in, and if they are on the left side of the map, the western side like Yocto and UF, they may need to challenge Power Grid area and this plateau, the Picardo Hills, but very hard to play. And if you go wide, want to come in from the bottom, a lot of pretty open positions as well. But I think the wide rotation may be a little bit easier. But remember, we have an eastern plane path. So, but these teams have been reshuffled. Like that type of percentage, so probability of where teams can be is most accurate in early game. Later, it's hard to say. Who would have thought that the right side of the map, the eastern side, is now more empty than the other. And that is this still going on. Fury get picked up, but the friend gets knocked. They really need to be careful of that. And I think nading that roof is a bit... I don't know. Okay, like I think this is a little bit dangerous for Fake. Like them knowing that the teams are here and they've punished them from the side, and they are still here, like on that roof for just... even for 10 seconds is a bit too long. They can just get killed straight from that. And then trying to clear that dome there. Again, HP. And that will be Tangs with absolutely no first aids, as that is him getting killed straight away. One more to go on this side. Fury against the full team. On his face right now, the rest of HP has to come in to support. Fury looping around. He has no mess, and he just ran a little bit too far, and that angle is already guarded by Fake friends. But Tommy comes in with the AK, doing some damage from the side, can see through those little bits of structures there, trading onto that one, and will come in to revive Fury. But they have around, I don't know, 10 to 13 first aids amongst themselves. 12, I think. So got, no, 0. No, he's given it all to Fury there. So, but this is the type of standoff. It's only until now that you think, okay, where the heck is my car? We've been in this for so long. There is a zone, and we are still pinch here. So with the amount of resources that HP has against Fake Friends. Fake Friends has considerably more meds. So if they want to stay here to fight, Fake will get the upper hand. They probably don't know that. You can't just assume they don't have meds. And then Tommy showing them why you need to use that high ground carefully. It's a bit of a slow fight. I didn't quite like the dynamics of that, and it's about time for them to just clean this up. HP having the problem now. That is the last player with no meds, but has that tap brilliant spray with the micro Uzi. Now with no meds, just looping around, is going to be 1 versus 2. The other two, no, 1 versus 1. He is just going up to finish that kill, and maybe that will be the meds that he has to continue, but he's just running around. He did not even check those loot. That is what you need. There we go, that first aid. That is the saving grace. Hunter is nowhere near to punish this, and I think given it's just phase 2, there's enough time for Nobu to continue to frag this. Both teams lost 3, and we have a hard shift. They have to leave now. This is now or never. And the same for our ARN around Minas Generalis, more like Junkyard side. Pretty far, and they have to make it in. The hard shift goes to the northwestern side over San Martin. So many high grounds surrounding the city, so teams need to see whether they want to play the hills around it, or like we stay together in the main compound of Hacienda del Patron. LT is also there in a set of compounds with a little bit of elevation will be good, and it can get very, very messy on this plateau here as these teams enter from the southwestern side towards ATL's position. UF will get a rotation along the main road. DIV is already holding some good spots on that western side, and let's head over to there, I think, because those are the two. Yeah, most action are around here already. It's just ARN and these two solos hanging out on the outside. So let's bring ourselves into San Martin, shall we? Already in San Martin, we have Sunshine. DIV, arguably. UF is in there on the hillside. We have ATL behind them on the southern parts on that mountain. Pushing in, rotating is MP. Right now, Yocto goes for a right rotation to enter from the western edge. On the top, across water treatment. Oh, I should say that plateau across water treatment is Spy. Let's look at LT's position. Another set of compounds close to WeStayTogheter in Hacienda del Patron. So let's have a look at this. Very commonly held. A lot of spots to park cars, broken walls, etc. The overlook, basically 360. And that is them putting some damage onto WeStayTogheter. And finally in the circle. And these two solos, I may just forget about them for now. Gonna scroll through these team list and see how many players we've got left on each team. This is going to be that type of game where we have maybe 20 players and 10 teams remaining, if not like 12. A lot of players can get flushed when they're trying to make some rotation, but they have so many buildings in San Martin. That's why the solos can just stay in there not making a sound and still survive. Another spot to contest. I really like this location, not particularly the compounds, but those dips held by Weird and Vilas. And Yocto is pulling up to challenge. That is a beautiful 2 nades onto Sazek, getting knocked already, but DIV has their positions in those dips. The problem is Yocto can just hard peek those, waiting for them to peek there. So down to 2 players against the full team of Yocto. This needs to change soon though, because they have to make it into the circle. The half of San Martin's building will be out of the next phase. All these teams on this high ground here to the south of St. Martin, that hill. Mega Power, UF, ATL all have to move in. The dead center and the strongest compound, okay, arguably is held by LT right now, but there's still so much rich lines and the landscape for these teams to play. WeStayTogheter's main Hacienda del Patron compound is actually on that edge. Don't know if they still want to hold it. I think they can still get a lot of kills when teams rotate between them and LT's position. In in St. Martin, that is this big warehouse held by Sunshine, all in that same building, trying to hold UF across the road. I think this can get interesting if ATL pulls up. Now they're just going to play very, very wide, which is also the wise thing to do. Yeah, the duo is still holding here, no problem. Yocto got that confirmation of a kill and now rotating with the blue. UF having some trouble across the road there, losing one to Sunshine. You know what? Let's watch this because I've almost missed out. It's going to be a compound breach. WeStayTogheter. Maybe they were thinking, well, whether we should move out of here, only to find themselves cars coming in from Mega Power. That is them trying to rotate around it. On the other side, we have ARN only down to Rumi, I believe. Let's just look at WeStayTogheter, just finding the best time to peek in position as they try to punish MP on that side. And they are now on the other ridge, and we'll have that ridge line cover. Fella gets the heal off. WeStayTogheter needs to be very careful with these as they also get shot from the side. Flare getting shot there as long as you don't use it, and very expected, right? The positions of WeStayTogheter. So I would say, although without the high ground, WeStayTogheter has the upper hand. Unless that happens, because LT has been watching this all that time. That is beautiful M24 shot onto Fella's dome, and that is Reti trying to come in, and that is the factor that can change all of this. The backstab as the side of MP place some smokes behind themselves to stop the backstab from coming through. That is Rex getting knocked, trying to do that. Lodges trying to rotate around as well. The crosshair was not prepared to knock whoever peeks on this top of the building. And that is the flush coming from WeStayTogheter's second kill. Still 3 players up. Rex, though, on the outside. 2 of them inside of the building. Quite hard to get this revives as they come in to push this. There's a Fella trying to make it work on the outside to suppress M416. Making work 1-4-1. It's going to be a 1v1. But the kill can be stolen from the other side. Who is that cheeky person? I think that is Rumi. WeStayTogheter, though, has the full information. Aragon's just watching that revive happen. Dodo from the side. And now this is the time that teams need to make that decisive call. Because the blue will be eating them up. With this circle, we almost missed the position of it. Teams fighting everywhere. I think we should just bring our cameras to something more interesting. Yocto is entering. They are wanting to share this position here on the south side of the circle, almost pushing all these teams out of the buildings of St. Martin. And there's going to be Sunshine. Riggs with the patience. The split from the team will get him 2 kills. And that is Yocto down and choked in the blue. And this is going to be the strongest, one of the strongest position in this circle. As DIV goes down, Sunshine trying to control this southern edge all along, and they have cars. If they just run these cars up to this bit here, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful spot. Not just these covers here, the boxes, the ridges on the side, uncontested completely. So they have the sweet entrance there. ATL has the full team and control on that high ground. So let's bring ourselves back to this as LT takes out UF. That is the third team in here, up as a trio, I believe. That is Hobbs coming in, going into the circle for scouting, only to find himself a lot more distance to cover, and will prone behind that, but I think ATL has the position, and he almost knocks Hobbs. Was that rich enough? Yes, that was just enough, as they need to replan how to enter the next circle. Just based off landscape analysis of the circle and the timing of that circle, I think LT should go down at third if these two teams play this well. But that is just Hamo in the open, and just pulling up and using the buggies and cars to cover the sidelines of Sunshine. Sunshine missed out the chance on Hamo, but will knock Rip, and that will be the nades coming through from ATL. They just killed them together, and as I thought, that should be the case. Right now, it's going to be a hard one. The gods of PUBG has favored ATL. Look at Squire's position in the circle with the high ground, with the ridge line, and just looking at Sunshine like it's shooting targets in training ground. Rix is knocked. That is the second one with the car explosion. 2 knocks already for ATL. 2 more up for Sunshine. They have the box to revive that one, but they still got quite some distance to go. The clock is ticking as they have 20 seconds to go. ATL will get that confirmation of a kill. The revive comes through. The distance to cover is still existent. Yeah, this is definitely the type of circle that you would just say, yeah, like, screw the zone, and just let's see in 3 seconds where Leonard gets not right. 1, 2, 3, go. And that is pretty much it, guys. That is the gods of PUBG favoring the side of ATL. Team Attila, well done, as you got yourself that chicken dinner on Miramar with 7 kills. If the zone gives you that, you need to take this out of win, yeah? And 6 kills for Sunshine in second place. LT 4 kills, third position at fourth. We have UF with 2 kills. MP didn't make it further past that main compound of Hacienda del Patron, as they took the 5th place with 2 kills. DIV 2 kills, 6th position. At 7th we have Yocto Gaming, 2 kills. WeStayTogheter 8th position, 3 kills. Innovation 1 kill at 9th position. At 10th we have Spy with 5 kills coming from Kata. We saw that earlier already. Not just that squad wipe, he killed another one, but they went down at 10th like I said. ARN 5 kills, 11th place. HP, we saw those skirmishes in El Arza, I believe. Yep. And that's them going down at 12th position with 3 kills. Fake, the other team stuck around there, got themselves 4 kills in 13th place. Born to Destroy the trio went down at 14th with 1 kill. Last but not least, we have Mixed Squad KO taking that 1 kill onto Spy, but then we saw what happened there. So unfortunate chain of events. They will want to come back in our 3rd game to prove themselves and to revenge. And I would go on that short break. I'll see you all in game 3. Hey, welcome back to Game 3 of FTY Scrims. Let's get some Vikendi action. Let's have a look at the teams. Of course, there's still one or two that's no-show. But we can still rock this, no problem. Big Squad having some trouble last game, as we saw in Cruz Davel. Now playing this game as a trio. Born to Destroy still playing as a trio, and let's have a look at the rest of the team. 7 is back. Team 20. 7 is back, but ArcanaFAMIGLIA, Team 19, ARN, did not make it into this one. Let's get it, guys. We've got this plane path popping already. A little bit of a crazy one, nothing new for Vikendi, as is go from basically the south part of Dobromesto through Garoka towards Cosmodrome area. So very, very northwestern plane path, making areas like Milner, Winery, Kentra a little bit harder to reach. But like I always say, 6 kilometers times 6 kilometer map, not as big as Erangel and Miramar. These teams can use some of those parachuting skills and still get to a lot of the map. As we see some splits coming already, Lafonso hovering over Dobromesto for a little bit, seeing nobody and the rest of the team splitting, heading towards Dino Park area. In Dino Park, we're also going over as ATL. Winners of Game 2 in Muvatra, we have Spy. Heading towards the southwestern coast, we have DIV. And look at this phase 1 circle. Those who dropped earlier on that plane path will have a position in here. So MP already has that split in Krishes. We have mixed squad. The trio of BTD in Cosmodrome right now. 7 hovering between Dino Park and Tova area, may be able to catch one of the splits players of LT, that is Fontaine, against basically the full squad of 7. And that is Norpro trying to come in to just take that win, but the shot from the other side, Alex with the PP Bison to the face, and that will be the first kill coming through already by 7 onto LT. A lot of these teams need to come back to this western side. It's a bit of a crazy one, 40% water maybe. And let's have a look at HP, because they are having some trouble as well. That is some congestion around Pavosto area. Also in Pavosto, that's just around Pavosto actually. In Pavosto itself, we stay together. Yocto heading towards Pushkova. This junction compound here to the southeastern side of Coal Mine, and that set of compound on the bottom to the south of Cosmodrome, claimed by Innovation eSports. But look at UF there. The 4 team trying to come into Pushkova will hear some shots coming through, and that's not going to be an easy one, because 2 of Yocto's already there. 1 of UF hopped out to knock 1 of Yocto, so they have the upper hand. But right in here, they are running with absolutely no gear, and Yocto needs to capitalize on this. They have to be quick though. Naruto spot those car sounds, but have not striked yet. And that is UF actually with that little bit of upper hand, but that player will be flush on the other side. That will be knocked. That is Kikil trying to finish 1 kill on to Yocto. That's Yocto losing 1, but that is the return. So 2v3 in Peshkova right now. Another one from Yocto who may come in to support. Sunshine heading towards Castle for some loot. 7 is still around there. In Milner, we have DIV, ATL, a 2-1-1 split between Dino Park and Milner. Happily staying in Muvatra is Spy, as we saw earlier. MP will head towards center zone. Dobromesto is untouched though, so of these teams try to fight along the way and somehow make it to Dobromesto. That's a lot of resources that they can pick up to secure, okay, and to keep the mid game okay. New gear, fresh gear, meds, everything they need. HP, a bit of a split, trying to explore all these parts on the eastern side of Vikendi. This can still be a little bit volatile in Peshkova. The side of UF trying to split around, 2 on one side, leaving Maestro on the other. In between we have Bainer and Naruto for Yocto, and the other player, Suzuka, Sasuke will just decide to pull away, or maybe getting a car along that road because he's nowhere close, almost 800 meters, if not further. And that is a knock. Maestro getting rewarded for that patience there in that hut. 2 to push Yocto towards the south side and Maestro to finish one of them. Let's head over to LT because that is some center zone control battle going through. LT with the disadvantage. Hobbs and Fontaine both killed. Levonzo and Hamill will try to disengage from this one. That is MP causing some trouble maybe. Not quite sure where that came from. I think it was Spy. I think it was Spy that we saw earlier. Holding this one still. Yeah, there we go. One player's knocked, but we'll get the revive as they killed 2 of those players. 2 of those from LT. But round 2 is here. The new challengers has arrived. That is going to be a 4v4 between Mega Power and Spy Team. Fella using the side angle, pushing from one side, pinching them all towards this bit here. Won't find an angle on that nade into the building. Trumpeter can really spoil this, and almost getting knocked by the nade. If he stayed completely silent, he can change the fight all by his own with his position. The second nade come in, the second player of Spy going incredibly low. Now MP is pushing in. We've seen them earlier already, how aggressive they can play, how clean they can hold these team fights as they come in to clear this one player out first. But Trumpeter has spotted just looping on the outside, and he can just peek anytime to clean this up as Reti baits one more shots and will get shot a little bit, but Rex is there ready for that. Carter is on the side. We've seen what he can do, but he gets knocked by the second one, and the support will come in. That is a return knock back on there, and that is them trying to jump down like madmen, and that is them taking another clean team fight. Spy with the early 2 kills, not enough resources. And also just a very good fight by Mega Power there. Clean squad wipe. Innovation still hovering around Goroka on that hill. They're stopping some teams from coming in. There's still a lot of them needing to rotate. UF now already tanking the blue. It will go over. Right, that blue go over to Cement Factory soon, and HP is there wanting to rotate out of it. Dodo is split from the rest of the team. Rest of the team is rotating into the circle already. Dodo maybe on his own trying to stop rotations through Pivosto Bridge, but now he's just going to rotate as well. Sunshine also coming in from the southeastern edge. ATL, the winners of Game 1, now heading towards center zone. Or with some cars to themselves, and just got fly with no pans, and they're crashing into a tree. John Wick and their fake friends also found themselves a spot to the southeastern side of the Romesto. Around that area we have mixed squad, so it can get congested quite soon. Let's have a look at Logist because they have some momentum coming in. He is crashing into this compound, trying to scout, and which is currently held by WeStayTogheter as he stops the car, trying to come in, trying to grab a little bit more information. So WeStayTogheter needs to be very, very patient with that one. They need to wait for the time to strike, and that is them striking, almost knocking Logis there. This is round 2 team fight for MP as they take one. The return knock comes through. Logis needs to heal up 1-for-1 right now. Arrogant going so low as well, and that is the support from the side. Dodo coming in late will fall to the fire of Mega Power. Mega Power now 3 up against 2 of WeStayTogheter, but the side pressure comes in. The third party from across the road. ATL is there. Fella is looping around with the micro Uzi in hand. I think the revive will come through soon onto Reti as well, and that has been completed. So now 4 versus 2. Numbers advantage in favor of Mega Power. See how Aragons play this. 2 of them in the same small room of the building. This may be a little bit hard for them to defend. Reti is ready as he opens the door and just to bait some shots as he finds them, but he comes into not just one player but the second one as well. The cover fire is here to stop Reti from getting killed, and the rest is now coming in. Another knock is coming through. It's just Aragon up for WeStayTogheter as his position is compromised. He is just staying in that small toilet. They're trying to make more work as he knocks one, but that was not enough as we see and witness Mega Power with another clean fight. But that is not it, because 3 knocks is done by them. That is ATL coming in, trying to third party. The timing of that was so sweet. They took that opportunity. They just rushed in when all those fights happening as they capitalize on this and kick Mega Power out at 13th place. ATL with the brilliant push, but some other suppressive fire comes from all around. There is a knock onto Luke. Another one comes through from Rix. Sunrise is fragging right now. But with all this distance, they need to be very, very quick on their rotations. Is that in them upon 2 knock, the textbook 2 knock and the rush. But with this distance, they need to count in their heads how much time they have left to stop the revives. If not, they're just coming into a full team. A nade comes in. No, that's a beautiful molly. But the return nade from Fly will knock Leonard down. It's going to be a 3v3 right now. XZR gets knocked as well as 2 of Sunshine. Trying to challenge that. The pre-fire through the door. ATL is ready to take the momentum another step further as they come in and take 3 knock. 2 knock onto themselves as well. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. They almost take down this last player, and that is Sunrise. Trying to bite more than they can chew. If you take a fight like that, you can't have to be so ready, and I just have to count. They're reviving now. 10, 9, 8. They need to know what time they need to arrive to make this work. If not, it will just be a very predictable cross, allowing ATL to just do exactly what they did there. I believe that's 5 kills onto ATL. Still have a very strong compound in the circle. Let's not forget these teams on the outside. UF is now very close to the circle, all the way from Peshkova on the eastern side. Yocto's also trying to come in. BTD has a spot on the northeastern edge. HP kind of just choked out on the southern parts because the fire of the IV is there to stop them. Now they are just going to rotate back towards the blue for a white rotation to escape from those fire. Have to be very careful though. 1 car for all players. It can be very, very punishing. So this is also the time for them to keep an eye out to maybe get a second vehicle if they can, as they rotate wide. Now almost through Dino Park. Let's see if they can make it count. Levonso down to a solo, right? LT trying to grab some more kills. He has a position in the circle though. Let's see if the gods of PUBG favor them in that one. UF 4 kills, as we saw earlier, losing 1. And that is going to be some fight over here between UF and 7 because they've crashed in here. 7 has 3 players. They have put a lot of damage onto UF though. UF, that beautiful drop shot from Ustasa almost getting killed after that one. But that will be the breathing room. He has 2 revives to complete. But that is Alex now maybe coming in or just getting a wider angle. So let's assess this fight further. The revive has been completed. The third team is here. I almost didn't know that. Is a beautiful nade by Fury and HP in this as they come in for third party. They have 3 players, some numbers advantage as well. 7 down to 1 player. I think Aussie is safe to say that that's gone. So down to a solo for 7. UF will also grab the revive. So a 3v3v1. Numbers advantage onto HP and UF. Alex can still change things a lot though. He's just patiently waiting in that house and he needs to keep an eye onto that stairs, but he has just shown his position, but just lagged out there maybe. That is them. 7 going down at 11th position after missing the second game. That's type of fight that they don't want to have. It's not really a lot of third-party pressure either, but sufficient to change this. So now this is going to be a 3v3 as the opening knock comes from HP. Both of these teams have to move though. They are both in here. They need to think where their vehicles are. They have to keep an eye on the clock. 18 seconds to go before they have to move in. The zone will continue to shift towards the western side over the south part of Dobro Mesto. That is the flush coming, and HP needs to bear in mind they have only got 5 seconds before the circle closes in. So if they want this fight, they have to make it quick, and that is a return knock back onto Tommy. That is going to be a 2v2 very soon. Pasco now using that small room, waiting for those shots, and will take one with the UMP, and the second one may come through. The drop shot is sweet, and that is almost the case for them as the support comes in. UF takes the win. It can't happen any later, if not the blue is just going to chew them up. ATL have quite a lot of momentum tonight. As we see, they have 5 kills. A win on Miramar just now, and 5 kills, and the full team still in this Vikendi game. The blue is now putting that pressure on to destroy the trio coming in from that eastern side. Levonso got found, and that is the last player of LT gone. Only 8 more teams, and the 2 teams still in the blue trying to make it in. Bond to destroy very close. MP that is UF really need to be decisive right now. The blue is going to hurt quite a bit. Let's have a look at how much it hurts. You have to basically stop multiple times on this rotation to make this work. So I think they have missed the time. Like, the majority of the driving needs to happen before the zone completely closed to stop this type of damage coming through. Like, what can you get? Like, one more first aid is not going to make 1 or 2 more. It's not going to make enough of an impact. As he comes in here, just made it to the blue with that 1 first aid, and that will be them living another day. But let's look at this fight right here, because on the southern side, this fight is breaking. Side of DIV trying to stop the rotation coming from ATL as they take out one of the players flushed as well. ATL needs to play a bit wider as they opt in for the coastline rotation, trying to maneuvering like through those. Not an easy one, and will find themselves a little bit stuck between these rocks right here. The majority of those are guarded by the Ivy as another team comes through trying to make that rotation. There's Bond to destroy the duo in the area. Also the last player. I think that would be the last one for UF. Pasco there actually made it through TIV. Maybe driving pretty close, so you need to be very sweet. Sway of those gyro, and that is Bond to destroy. Getting gate kept there. And ATL opting for the swim. Pasco can really change this. He hears quite some noise maybe. He has a position to maybe win this 1v3. ATL giving more footsteps and now just trying to swim. Pasco really need to make this work before they make it to the ground. Missed that little bit of window. Doesn't really have the angle as well. Look at the circle. Just the gods of PUBG has mercy on mixed squad after that little bit of misplay in game 1 in Cruz Davao, game 2 in Cruz Davao. Now just giving them a circle, very close to circle as well as innovation esports. But look at all these crazy amount of teams on this side, and that is DIV continuing the control, and that is them taking another one out onto Fake. So there's this fight here for sure, and then DIV needing to rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. How far can ATL swim? Do they even have an option? They need to swim so much further. Almost into the Nick zone until they can touch the ground. And that will give Pasco some time as well. DIV need to be decisive right now because they need to make it to the circle. 180 meters, 10 seconds to go. Although Fake is also out of the circle, but they are closer to that edge, and they can stop the rotations coming from DIV. I think this is the next interesting bit here, as those two teams in the circles basically set a great knock onto Fake there. Fake friends now down to only 2 players. The full team of DIV will take this chance to rotate. They have to maneuver that car though as they try to leave, and that is them stopping and baiting some shots, knocking another one. That is Fake friends down to Fango, that one last player, and DIV really needs to just take that time to rotate. That is weird, almost going down. He has to just run and heal. Looking at the zone as he needs to. Just one tick. Even if the blue kisses him on the skin, he's done. But that is DIV doing exactly what they need to. Put some pressure. Knock the players who are trying to stop them. Then that is them into the next circle. 4 team up still. 7 team kills. And that is Esto still just trying to hold that one. But DIV found a spot in there, but the side of Mixed Squad has an eye on. We have a center circle coming up next, and that is Pasco on his own, trying to hold this team as he finished some more players, 13 team kills, and the solo is still holding strong. But he gave away his position by shooting, so he just need to pick those meds and think about when he has even got the chance to use them. 40 seconds until the next zone closes. DIV need to think more about the rotation than this than this kill maybe. Still got some time though, and as we have some control coming from Mixed Squad trying to hold it in, but Unseen Slow is the only one up for Mixed Squad right now as they come into this series of rocks. The angles covered by Innovation. Innovation down to they've got a full squad. They've got not a lot of kills though, so that as them trying to control the placement points will come through. Is only 4 teams remaining and 11 players. Pasco almost made it work. He actually has the upper hand. He tries to do that drop shot, but only to be pushed by the next guy. He spent some time to flush that one as well. So that is Vilas losing his life on that one. Now only down to 2 teams. Mixed Squads got taken care of by Innovation. And now it's going to be this fight across the row for the full team of Innovation against the trio of DIV across this road, and let's see what the gods of PUBG, which team the gods of PUBG favor in this phase 8. Drop in the middle can really change the game if you pick up those level 3 gear, and the gods of PUBG has made up their minds. The circle goes over to Innovation. With that type of circle as well, the confidence level is just there, knowing that they have the upper hand. DIV has, released pressure wherever they went on that southern side earlier and take it into their own hands. So now they're trying to do the same, and this is their plan. Keeping some brilliant angles with one knock as they set up this smoke path. If they have those shots, they can just confidently take out knock after knock as they knock one and almost lasers the second one down. Weird is not scared as he push in onto one side. But that will be him. Look at the beautiful reflex from Weird as he finds one. He will find the second soon, but the heal comes through. And the heal, just that split second, allows Senorita to make it work. But the support comes in. DIV pushed in, placed their focus onto one side and make a break for themselves. Two of them knocked right now, but Weird showing that crazy reflex with the AK and will get picked up. Now going to be a 2v2. I think Zek is a bit too far for Weird and Byron to help. And Armin's trying to flank from the side, but with that distance, his position will be compromised. Look at that response to the audio cue of the footsteps. That is the IV making it work. They want to twist the fate of the game. And there's no support nearby as well. The flush comes through, and the crawl comes in. Zek is in. He is getting picked up. Oh my god, the 3v4 now becomes a 3v1. That is innovation. Choking a little bit in that. And giving DIV the win, basically, as they come in to take care of this business. Just pre-firing behind that, and that is DIV. Getting the most deserved chicken dinner. 12 kills. Taking the win. And showing their skills, even though the zone wasn't helping them. Senorita tried to do a lot on his own that game, and the 3 kills, all the 3 kills of the team from this player as they took the second place. Sometimes you're very happy to take a second. I don't think this is the case for them. And at third position, we have the trio from Mixed Squad, not needing to move for basically all that game. And first big rotation, I'd say, other than phase 1, they just got punished by Innovation, and those are the 3 kills as well for Innovation, so they didn't even need to move a lot as well. But UF down to 1 player towards the end. Pasco tried to make it work. The team has 14 kills in the 4th position. A lot of kill points there. Will surpass a lot of the top 3 teams. Mostly, I think they surpassed Innovation and Mixed Squad, no problem with those number of kills. 5 kills in the 5th position for ATL, needing to swim there, got pushed away by DIV. Fake Friends 1 kill at 6th position. Yocto came 7th with 1 kill. The trio from BTD 1 kill at 8th. At 9th position we have LT with no kills. HP 10th position with 2 kills. 7, 1 kill, 11th place. Sunshine, no kills. Unfortunately, we saw some of their fires, the knocks coming through from a far distance, but was not able to make that count as we saw that push after the double knock wasn't quite enough for them. 13th place, we have Mega Power, a very strong squad, but went out pretty early because they just got pushed when they are still trying to heal up from the other fight. They had a very brilliant push, but and a lot of kills. That is 8 kills for them, 2 squad wipes, but you just need to give it to the other team, right? When they pushed well, when they just held their position and time it right to third party. That one, WeStayTogheter 14th position with 3 kills. Last but not least, we have Spy not making it through this time. Kata need to show the magic and the skills in our last game as they took the 15th place and 2 kills in Vikendi. And that will be 3 games done, guys, and I'll see you all in the last one of the night. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back. Last game of the night. Some Sano action. It's quite interesting, you know, like that. PUBG's things that Vikendi shouldn't be in PMCO, but Sanok should. I'm not complaining, I just personally didn't like playing TPP Sanok, that's it. So not their fault, but I think there's some adaptation, at least they're listening. Don't know why Vikendi's out though. If anything, I would take out Sanok. You know, we already have a green map, we already have a grassy Erangel, so who knows. Let's go through the teams. We are losing some more teams again, I think. Mega Power, Mixed Squad, they're still all in here. These few teams. Wanted to Destroy didn't play this one, so we lost those trio. Let me tweak that music. There we go. Not to disturb any game sounds. I didn't allow that. Okay, right. Going down that list again. And so, yep. 15's never played tonight, Team 15, and that is also 7 not in here, ARN as the trio. So, one trio, 14 4 teams, let's go. Playing path from Bognai towards Camp Charlie area. So, given a Sanok, like I always like to mention the sizes of the map, what looks to be a very harsh playing path may not be as bad, okay, as you think, just based on the size of the map. So that one, or this from Magnai to Camp Charlie, looks like Camp Alpha quite far, right? Wrong. If you want to go there, you can still go there, no problem. That is not an issue, as we have the first knock coming through. UF is dropping to boot camp alongside ATF, and that is a quick kill coming through. UF with the upper hand as it keeps glitching as usual. I keep my main screen on here. Let's have a look as we have the first zone going. The first circle going to the northern parts of the map. Fights happening everywhere. So let's head over there because we have 3 teams in Painan. WeStayTogheter is in here on this eastern half. ARN stuck in the middle. They are only a trio, but they already tried to put some pressure onto Spy. Kata got revived and now up as a 4 team. So 4 versus 4 versus 2. The good thing is they are in the circle, so if they want to play this longer, no problem. Let's have a look at the rest of the map. Look at DIV. Say, see no problem to the south side of Camp Alpha if they want to do that, and that is their split round there. LT holding Tambang. Between Painan and Tambang, we have the 4x1 split from Yocto. Just really need to watch the angles from across the river, mate. Spy team, we know those parachutes. We know there's another team across. So although they want to clear out ARN on the same side, they need to be very careful and aware of the defensive angles from across the river. Look at the rest of the map. It's a docks split and from HP, but Tommy has some troubles against Sunshine, which is also in that area. Mix though, I think they have yeah, they're rotating out of the quarry split, only to find Leonard just using the micro Uzi from behind the rock, trying to 1v2. He almost done it, and he just failed doing that one as they lose the second player. KO there to support, 2 knocked onto Mix Squad, but KO doing that means the world to this team in this game, because they will still get the full squad as they take 2 early kills. And that will be some action to the east of Quarry. Paradise Resort, we have fake friends in there. Bootcamp, to Hartin, we have Mega Power. Those rich compounds next to Hartin, held by Innovation Esports, I think. So the 2 main focus right now for me is Bootcamp and Painan. Let's go back to Bootcamp and just assess the team fight. The trio of ATL, after losing 1 all in the main building. Same for the 3-1 split from UF. 3 of them in this building, 1 on the outside of those 3 stack on the south side. Missing some action there, as we can see on the kill feed. ARN trying to hold that push, and will take out 1 of the spy team players. And but I believe that is ARN out at 14. Just based on the kill feed, they would take 1 down though for spy. So that is spy 3 versus 4 across the river of Painan. Should that action break, I will hop back over there. This is quite quiet, to be fair, and I think is also what you would expect for this type of fight. You don't want to give the audio cues on the information, but look at that. You know what? Screw that, I'm going to Painan. That is Yocto coming in to join the party. They knocked and flushed 1 of across the river, actually. We stay together. No, they have all crossed, so now it's going to be a 3-way fight. We stay together. We will suffer another casualty by the looks of it. Yocto has already lost 1. It's just needing to get the revive. The side angle comes in, the maneuver comes through. That's WeStayTogheter. Aragon trading that knock right there. WeStayTogheter has lost 2 across when they're trying to make that push. Spy is still just staying in there, waiting and just allowing Yocto to do their work. Look at those brilliant knocks on the side. Aragon just taking out the side pressure on his own. 2 knocked onto Yocto now. Is trying to challenge the 3rd one as he peeks. Wants to challenge the skill of Dori, Sakuke, and the other teammate. What's the name? And Naruto is slowly bleeding out, but Dori may be able to find a position in, has some rich line as he runs down with that UMP. Have some time. Continue with this last bit of the game. The circle goes over to the main island, leaving DIV and LT, who are on this left side of the map, basically out of the next circle. So these teams in Painan are out as well, don't forget, so they need to wrap up this fight quick. And that is WeStayTogheter gone. That is Sasuke doing enough work before... Okay, they're trying to be really, really safe just to move a little bit more behind cover. that was almost the last tick that will lead to Sasuke's death. The other knock is behind as well, so WeStayTogheter initially watching that fight from across the river in Painan. Then they crossed and got third-partied. Tables have, turned. And that is Mega Power coming in after looting up Partin, cross that river, and will put a lot of pressure onto where... Oh my god. How quick was that? His helmet just got taken off in 2 taps or something. Just like... That is Mega Power's power. Just... Yeah. It can look suspicious, but maybe he was so ready for him to peek there as well. There's Mega Power taking out one of Innovation, and will continue their rotation. Bootcamp is still there, and LT takes the 2-2 split. Yocto is pulling away from Painan, so Painan we've only got the duo of Spy. They have 5 kills though, so some kill points to go into the late game if it doesn't work for them later. But Bootcamp is finally going off. I need to find them. There we go, that is them there. Luke going down, and that is a lot of knocks back to UF though. They have lost one early. They are trying to flush one, and there's going to be just 2 no, 3 knocks coming through. UF is taking this win, and they will also get the revive. Holy crap, Ustasa almost just bled out there. That is the bloodbath we want to see. Just down to 1 versus 1, everyone getting knocked there. Oh my god, but UF will take that win. Ultras Force is their name. Remember now, and don't drop to Bootcamp when they're in here easily. Freeland is in the stream, in the chat, expressing his sadness. 1v3, he said. I feel you, brother. You tried. And some other action here as your teammates are having some trouble against HP once again. Just trying to make a break from this southern edge. That is another going down. And that is your last teammate. Murphy actually make the drop shot count. Looping back into the building just to see the end of the night's run. And that is HP taking the win. Will get the revive as well. Tommy gone out early, so 3 players, 2 team kills, and we'll need to move into this next circle, leaving Bootcamp on the edge. Paradise Resort, all of that in, but with a lot of hill areas and junction compounds in this next circle. 10 teams in the lobby, 36 players, 1 2 3 4 full squads, 2 trios, 5 full squads, 6 7, a lot of full squads in here, guys. So can see a lot of interesting team fight, and we have a brilliant spot by Kikil against the breach into Bootcamp by Yocto. The opening knock by them, he will just come in quickly onto this southern 3-stack building to stop the rotation from Yocto. 2 of them stuck on that slope and hill. 2 of them have made their way in already, and there is the support from Sakuke all the way from Painan after taking that one. And that is Dory, pinched behind that tree. All of UF is in here actually giving LT this sneaky rotation along that side. If they just watch Bootcamp, they will see the clumping of the players of UF. There's 3 of them there, but the side angle's taken care of. 1 gone as well, as that is Bainer with absolutely no meds and basically no health. 5 HP for him, as Dory goes down as well. The 3rd one goes down, and the last one is here with no meds. And the side of UF knows this as he shuffle a little bit more to show where he is. And this is your death buddy, and that is Yocto out at 10th position. UF will take another team fight win, but they are on the edge. They need to make the rotations now. LT may be 1 step ahead. On the southern side, we have some other things happening, as we have a knock onto HP as they face the duo of Spy. That is them bringing this fight over here from the southern side, and that is a brilliant spray. this prone wasn't quick enough, and that is Spy going down at 9th position. The trio of HP lives another day and will hold strong still. Logist and Mega Power, 1 kill so far onto onto Innovation eSports as they rotate around them, taking a slightly more center position and now wanting to stop the rotation from DIV. DIV ran all the way from the south of Camp Alpha through the bridge, now come in only to find themselves more rotations to make, and that will be favoring the side of Mixed Squad. They have 2 team kills as we saw earlier on those quarry area, and with no contest they will just send it into the center compound on the northern side. Another set of compound to the southwestern bit of Paradise Resort that is held by fake friends. On the western parts, we have UF and LT sharing the different parts of boot camp, not knowing whether they will send it further in, but I do advise they do. And that is that. DIV trying to rotate more along coastline because MP's control was obvious to them, having 1 knock onto themselves. Now they want to rotate along that edge there, but the zone's already closing. How depressing it is to see that 1 step ahead of DIV is Innovation. But I don't think it's a very smart one, because if you know boot camp, you know that is just, there's no grounds for you to get back up. So they've missed that little bit, and now they are just swimming until I don't know when, only to find himself nothing. Okay, I'll show you that. You can't not know that. Like, you have no spots if you missed out that bit there at the middle. That's really, really bloody far. So like, they need to make that, they have to risk that. And they know this island is not in as well, so they're just here to heal maybe. So yeah, not working out for them. I know MP is on the other side, but you just can't go into the blue and leaving yourself no other chance, as we have the breach coming from MP. That is one of them gone. Logis just wants to jump it like a madman. That is him paying for the aggression. Fella is still in there though. 2 up for MP. Is trying to loop around. Beautiful hip fire there with that AKM. Takes down John Wick. More pressure released by Fella. There's another knock onto fake friends, but Fella needs to come in. He is alone in this one, now needing to rotate. Will first heal up. We'll know there is at least 2 in this compound. And there's Rex getting flushed, and that is going to be a 1v1 because Fella took down 2, and there's 1 more knock taken down by Rex, and that is Fella just finding that little bit of a position there, and will listen to the footsteps from fake friends. Fangler can still take this, but he is just playing very patient. What good does that do? Because we've only got 8 seconds, folks, before the blue close again. And Fella just need to wrap this up quick, and I think that is what he's trying to do as he provided that, and will just take care of that. Now he has to run, no time to lose, just go on his feet and just run and gun. Look at DIV there, having crazy amount of trouble. You have more clumped up when the side of LT wants a split formation to control this hillside. That is them taking down MP. Only 5 teams remaining. Soon, down to 4, I believe, because DIV won't be able to get in and shouldn't have the amount of nets to go through. Who knows? Like the other day I was casting a tournament, a guy had 44 first dates. Very clear what he's trying to do there. And look at this one here. HP trying to breach this compound, trying to come in, but the side of UF is ready. Dobu is still there. He's not trying to challenge that side, but the shots coming from the other. Mixed Squad is still in this. He's getting shot from all the angles. And he may actually get outlived by the IV. Oh my god, the smoke is timely, but teams just need to spray into that smoke. Dobu will be happy with that one. He actually outlived a little bit longer, outlived the other team. And look at this Nick Circle. It goes over to LT with the control on the hills as well. Mix Squad needs to leave. They have a little bit of a position in one of the houses. Shouldn't be enough. And I think this should be a win for LT. With the high ground, with the many rocks, with the overlook, and the split already covering all the angles, as well as Mix Squad and UF fighting each other. Is that the time for it, guys? The blue is coming as they start to chew. Let's keep an eye on to Hamill. I think he is so ready for this. Look at me go. I found that brilliant knock. Another one comes with a flush. Happens straight away. He's still keeping eyes on that one. Will UF or Mix Squad come up with this alive? That is UF, the second one gone, and that is them going down. Mix Squad, of course. I almost forgot what I said. They have a small position in that last house. So Mix Squad have no problem in outliving that one. And same for Dobu. What the heck? He's just like waiting for that. The rest of his teams go down to UF, and now he outlives UF. The split coming from LT. Rip got knocked, but now got revived. And once again, the circle goes over to LT. Let's see how Mix Squad try to make this work. Wizzy and the other member, Unseen Slow here, is definitely seen. Pinched behind that rock. 8 seconds to go. The revive 4 more seconds with 5 seconds first. 8. He has to heal up and then run straight away. You know what? I need to prove my theory. And let's have a look at that. 3, 2, 1. Last tick, not enough. Look at that. And that is them trying to alleviate that pressure, but the second knock comes through, and the last one is their Chaos just trying to make it work. He's himself against the full team, and that is LT with the win in our last game of tonight's FTY Scrim. 11 kill chicken dinner going to LT, showing strong in this last one. 3 kills go over to Mix Squad, significantly better than at least their Miramar game, as they take 3 kills as well. HP with 5 kills in the 3rd position, UF with 10 kills, as they sweep all those teams on the southern side. In boot camp mainly, 2 squad wipes and 2 more kills. Done my math, I remember my things. DIV with 2 kills, making it to top 5. You see, that's the thing with Sadok, right? When was the first time DIV feel the pressure? Is after they cross the Heart-In Bridge. But they drop in Camp Alpha. So is there another way to play that? Maybe. Right, I know we are not favoring cars in Sadok sometimes, so small and you just show your position easily, but the speed is so important as well. It's the hardest map to play. You have to play the quickest in Sadok. And Mega Power going down at 6. Some very aggressive play, some of those getting punished. And Fella just made out of that alive, just to see himself into the crosshair of LT. That's them taking 6th position and 5 kills. Fake Friends, 3 kills and 7th position. At 8th we have Innovation eSports with 1 kill. Spy went down at 9th, but they have 5 kills. 2 kills for Yocto as they went down at 10th position. For 11th place we have Sunshine with 1 kill. No kills for ATL. The game 2 winners didn't show up in game 4. No kills at 12th place. At 13 we have WeStayTogheter alongside all those crazy chaos in Painan. How many? Like just from start to finish, 3 teams, and that's them. The second team out, the first team out, actually did better than WeStayTogheter, because the 3 players, the trio of ARN who stayed together, actually got themselves 2 kills, and that will be tonight's Scrims, guys, as my friend Medusa came in to send me some love. Thank you very much, brother, much appreciated. I hope all of you are enjoying this as well as we wrap up tonight's Scrims for FTY. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all another day. Stay safe and have a brilliant night and week ahead. Bye bye.